What kind of person is your friend? Years ago, I heard this story from my late father. One February, two friends set out on a journey. Out of necessity, they had to stay overnight in a village. The villagers took them to the richest man there, Beşir Agha. He welcomed his guests warmly and treated them kindly. However, Beşir Agha had a habit of testing the people he met in his own way. When one of the guests stepped outside for a moment, Beşir Agha turned to the other and asked, "What kind of person is your friend?" Sensing that Agha might have found his friend somewhat rough in manners and wanting to gain his favor, the guest replied, "Forgive me, sir. He's like an ox. He doesn't understand much." Agha said nothing. Soon after, the other traveler stepped outside. This time, Beşir Agha asked the same question to the man who had just returned. "What kind of person is your friend?" Eager to please Agha, he answered, "Forgive me, sir. He's like a donkey." Again, Agha simply thanked him and said nothing more. Meanwhile, dinner had been prepared. As honoring guests was considered a privilege, Beşir Agha personally set the table. There was something unusual, though. In front of Agha was a delicious roasted chicken and stuffed vegetables. In front of the guests were covered plates. "Please begin," Agha said, as he started eating from the roasted chicken. The two hungry travelers quickly lifted the covers from their plates. But to their shock, one found hay on his plate, and the other found grass. They looked at each other in confusion. Then at Agha. After a moment, Agha raised his head and calmly asked, "Why aren't you eating?" Then he continued in a steady voice, "I asked each of you about the other. One of you called his friend an ox, and the other called his friend a donkey. So I had food prepared according to what you said. If you are human, I will have food suitable for humans brought to you." The two guests realized their mistake immediately and sincerely apologized. Agha then had proper food served to them as well. From that day on, they promised never to speak ill of one another behind their backs again.